Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. Do me a favor, send me a text, 208-213-8809. And also check out my course at agencylaunch.net. My course is everything that I've learned in a 16-year career. I have a 4,300 policy agency. I run it with 2 people, and I grow 15% year over year. Okay, we write 100,000 in commercial. We've written 50 life policies 4 or more times. Like, I've got my systems dialed in, and I teach it all at agencylaunch.net. So go check it out. Hey, I got a question for you. Did you know the average American spends 2.5 hours on social media every single day? That's 25% of their free time. That's crazy. You know, these are your clients and potential clients, and you have to be where they are spending time. You've heard me talk about how important it is to be active on social media, but sometimes you need a little boost. So let's talk about how you can up your social media game with Social Jazz. It's a new social media automation tool with content designed specifically for our industry. This does all the heavy lifting for you. You can plan an entire year of content through this platform. It's amazing. It does this by automatically publishing ready-made insurance-specific posts that educate, engage, and drive leads. All you have to do is pick a few topics and a few occasions from their catalog, link to your social media accounts, and you're on your way. Now, Social Jazz is offering my listeners a free 14-day trial plus 20% off the monthly subscription for your first 2 months. Sign up at socialjazz.com/Dietz and put your social media on autopilot. Hey, what's up? All right, today I wanted to talk about, I guess I can lead off with a story. I like to tell stories. So I had an agent call me, actually a broker call me. I don't get a lot of calls from brokers. I'm a captive. I got a call from a broker who got my name from another broker who I had been networking with many years ago. And this guy was like, needed some help with something. He said, call Matt Dietz. He's a good dude. So the long and short of it is this broker was going to earn an account, a commercial account and personal lines account, pretty decent size account. And he was going to be taking it away from another agent who shares the company that I have. But the client had one policy that this broker wasn't going to be able to write for one reason or another. And he didn't want it to be a situation where he lost the account because he couldn't pull over one piece of business. It was like a manufactured home or something like that. This guy couldn't write it. He wanted to get everything else, the business, the cars, and everything else. He had it all wrapped up and ready to go. He just didn't know what to do with this one policy. So the broker called me and he said, hey, Matt, my name's so-and-so. This is what's going on. I'm going to be earning this account from someone in your neck of the woods. And would you be willing to transfer that policy from that one agent to your household or to your agency? And I thought about it and I was like, well, I'm going to treat this like I treat all transfers, which is I'm going to call the agent and tell them, I think there's a professional courtesy, especially when you're dealing with people in the same company as you, that if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I want to transfer agents, I want to come to and I want to bring my business from that agent to you, I think I have the obligation, not everybody feels this way, I have the obligation to call the other agent and say, hey, Mr. Smith, walked into my office today, never met him before, and he said he wants to transfer his policies from your agency to mine. And my goal, I don't care if I get these policies, all right? I'm at a point, that's not how I plan on growing my business. I've never really cared about, but this is going to happen. It happens to everybody, right? So you just want to kind of have a plan and know how to deal with it. So I generally call the agent and I'm like, hey, this is what happened. And the agent will do one of two things. They're going to say, yeah, take them. No, that happens 8 out of 10 times. And then the other 2 out of 10, they're like, what? I just talked to Mr. Smith. Yeah, it's a surprise, right? I just talked to Mr. Smith. I thought everything was okay, blah, blah, blah. And they give them an opportunity to save the account. And I've had many instances where the agent has called the client and said, hey, I heard you're considering moving agents. Is there anything I can do to keep you? And then maybe there was a misunderstanding, and they ended up keeping the business. And that's great, but I've always done it that way. So in this case, I called this other agent, and I said, hey, man, there's a client. Here's the situation. I said, a broker called me, and someone's been, one of your clients is shopping. This is their name. And, I don't know if this is going to be a surprise for you or not, but, how do you want to deal with this? Because it looks like they're going to be moving. And so you give them the opportunity to call the client and maybe save the business or whatever. And he said, yeah, we had some problems with that account one way or another. I think there was an audit. There was some communication that wasn't solid, and there was a bill involved, and, stuff happens. And then he shopped it, and he found another company to go with. And so the agent was cool. He was like, hey, man, thanks for the call. So that sucks, but I'll go earn another account somewhere else. And if you want to take that one policy, go ahead. So I called the other broker back, and I said, hey, man, we're good to go. And so we're going to transfer this policy over here. I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm not going to, at least right now, go after the rest of this guy's business. I do have some situations with other agents that I don't share a company with, who sometimes will call me and say, hey, Matt, we're non-renewing a homeowner or a fire policy. I can talk. And, but I want to keep the autos and everything else. Can you see if you can write the house? And yeah, so sometimes we'll do that. I have good relationships with other agents, and sometimes we do that. Sometimes they're like, you know what, if you can get everything, just get it. I know it's going to be better for the client. So sometimes these are just kind of one-off conversations you have with other agency owners or other brokers. You want to do right by the client, of course. You don't want to be that guy who's stealing business when you said you wouldn't, and things like that. So, I don't have any intention on going after this guy's the rest of his business. We'll take his one policy. Someday we'll have him in for a review, and it's ultimately up to the clients. But I don't have any intention on doing anything with his commercial stuff or the rest of his stuff right now. I know he's got a good deal, so we'll let that lie. But 5 years down the road, maybe something comes from it. Maybe this broker goes out of business, and I'm the agent that's sticking around or something like that. So this is a long play, right? So take the policy, take good care of them, get to know them a little bit, and then maybe things, grow over time. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you how I handle conversations like that, and a little story on why I was thinking about it. And there you go. My name's Matt. This is Agency Launch. Do me a favor, check out my other podcast. It's called Simply Explaining Insurance. It's about our product that we sell. I have 212 of those out right now. They're all the same length as these. They're pretty short, 5 to 15 minutes. And of course, don't forget to check out agencylaunch.net, which is my masterclass of everything I've learned of running an agency. And shoot me a text, 208-213-8809. Thank you so much for listening, and keep up the good work.